Heroes Against Time is an LA drafting roguelike which I've been working on for the last half a year. But why am I making this game? And how did it end up looking like this? Originally, back in January, I participated in the Neuro Game Jam. But what the hell is a Neuro? Well, some talented guy named Fiddle hooked up an AI to an anime girl on Twitch, gave her a personality, and she's actually kinda funny.
Why the fuck is Vidal's code like this, LMAO?
And each year the dev organizes a game jam, so I decided to join and teamed up with an artist to work on a certain game. The core idea of that game was simple. You have a grid made up of 4 types of tiles. Dig tiles, where you can get better rewards the more you dig, costing you precious turns in the process. LA tiles, where you can find new crewmates, yara. They each have their own effects and synergies with each other. There's also event tiles with various events. Sometimes having a specific ally or an ally of a certain type can let you get special bonuses too. And combat tiles with glorious combat encounters. Well, actually combat is kinda simple. First you attack and then the enemy attacks. Then you can attack again. And you can also run away if things get too hard. Making it kind of like an auto-battler, but you have to continuously click so it's not automatic. Manual battler? I don't know. Oh, and there's also the fog, which advances every turn, nudging you towards the top right corner of the map. When playing, you buff up your team throughout these various tiles, until you reach the final boss. To win, you had to defeat the Time God, which is kind of an inside joke of the Neuro community. The game did really well at the jam. It got 14th place out of 300 and 2nd place in the fun category. We did lose some score due to not being thematic enough, because didn't have time to add a specific mechanic I wanted to, but oh well, it is what it is. I'm still super happy with the game jam result. The core loop of Sea of Memories was so fun that after a while I was thinking to myself, I kinda want to turn this into a real game. So after telling my artist about it, I went ahead doing the art myself this time. And I started working on some pirates. Sea of Memories had a pirate theme, so I tried to stick with that and turn it into my own thing, with somewhat different characters. But as much as I thought the sprites were cute, something there just didn't work out that well. I couldn't come up with any good events for the game, and I just couldn't draw a ship that looked good for the life of me for some reason. So I figured I'd try a different theme, and eventually I settled on an enchanted forest with fantasy style characters. This time it worked much better. Something about the enchanted forest just let me come up with great events, making for a really fun prototype. I plan to elaborate more on the art direction for the game in a future video, so you may want to subscribe if you don't want to miss it out. But wow, it was a grind to find an art direction that made the characters look good. And after a lot of work, this is what the game looks like now. There's also a feature that lets you unlock color palettes if you complete specific challenges, making the game look even better. And at a later point, I also added an optional retro shader. And just like in my other game, Netherguild, the pixel font is fully optional too. Overall, I started working on the game honestly in February. I figured out the art style over March and April, and I even got to present the game alongside my other game, Netherguild, in an IRL event in May. This was my first time ever doing this kind of thing, and it was a ton of fun. The next few months were a blur, as I released a demo for the next fest, added all of the other content, hired a composer to make the amazing 8-bit music in the game. Seriously, it's great. And while making the game, I also had to delay releasing it because a war happened where I happened to live, and I had to delay it a tiny bit again, just because I want to improve it a tiny bit more. If you're curious about the game, you can also get it for like $5-7 on Steam. It's also pretty good, according to reviews. And that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.